Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. So let's go ahead and see Taurus. What do we have? Taurus, you're excuse me, beginning of the week, you're thinking, you're analyzing, you're overlooking something before making a decision. You've made it's almost kind of like you, that's weird. And again, guys, these are general readings, so just take it and apply it to whatever area of your life it applies to. But there's a sense here of where you've made up your mind on something, whether it is a new opportunity, whether in love, work, career, finances, whatever. And it's almost like you're looking over something, or you're trying to. And it's weird because it's like it's almost kind of like you're trying to talk yourself out of it. And maybe this is a pattern that you're used to, where every time you're being pushed by spirit to go in a certain direction, you find flaws within something, or you make up excuses, or you make up these scenarios of things that haven't even happened but could happen, right? And then you use that as an excuse not to move forward with something. So it's almost kind of like, for those of you that have been asking yourself what has been blocking you, or why something hasn't worked for you, or why you haven't manifested something, it's really the only person blocking you is yourself, right? All of the answers that we seek are always within ourselves, right? But when we start to look at all the challenges that we are facing at any moment in time, and we allow those challenges to control our life, right? So we're reacting instead of responding to them, then it may seem like the entire world is against you. It may seem like, there's obstacles there that you have no control over. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know better and you know the truth. So why keep lying to yourself? So there is this energy of like, you need to stop lying to yourself, Taurus, and you need to stop coming up with excuses not to go after something, regardless of whatever people think. To be honest with you, it's kind of like, why are you holding someone else's opinion or standard over your, let's put it this way, like over your dreams or your connection with spirit, right? Your connection with yourself, with the universe, with God. So why do you keep doing this to yourself? I don't care if everyone in your family or your friends or everybody that you associate with doesn't believe in you. You need to believe in you, because spirit believes in you, the universe believes in you, God believes in you, and there are people that you may not be aware of believe in you. But you have to get out of this notion or this space where you're feeling sorry for yourself, or it's a very like, it's a very self-sabotaging energy that I'm picking up with you guys, to be honest with you. And you need to stop, because it's like this is a recurring pattern for you guys. And it's almost kind of like, all right, when you guys are determined to go towards something, or you're determined to see something through, it doesn't matter what stands in your way, you go that way, right? Or you go towards that thing. So it's almost kind of like you do the same thing with this energy, where when you're in these spaces of self-destructive energy, you keep moving forward with it, because that is what you've been doing, and that is what you're in alignment with at this moment. And it's like, okay, so let's work on getting in alignment with what it is that you actually want. And the only way that that's going to happen is by consciously making the choice to make the changes that are needed. That quote that you always hear, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So a lot of you continue on with these self-destructive patterns and are wondering why things in your life are not changing. Now, what is it that you're not committing to? Because there is a sense here of showing up for yourself and things working out. Now, are you showing up for yourself? And I'm not talking about just in the physical, right? Because a lot of people are like, just physically, like, are you showing up for yourself? Are you showing up for yourself? And it's like, no, are you showing up for yourself emotionally? Are you showing up for yourself spiritually? Are you showing up for yourself mentally? Are you showing up for yourself physically as well? Meaning, are you taking care of you and not just the physical sense? Are you taking care of all aspects of yourself? Because if you're not, then it's going to be very difficult for you to go ahead and get out of this self-destructive energy. When we talk about self-love, we're not talking about something vain. We're not talking about just standing in front of the mirror and admiring yourself. Yes, that is very beautiful when you get to that space. But we're talking about loving yourself in every aspect of the way, right? Are you feeding yourself things that are going to help you evolve? Are you taking care of your spirit? Are you taking care of your soul? Are you taking time to be with yourself? Are you taking time to feel at home within your own skin, right? And it's kind of like there's a lot of aspects to it, and it may seem overwhelming when you're hearing it, but when you start to do it, it just becomes second nature. And then you don't question, you stop questioning yourself, and you don't question your intuition. You don't question the guidance that is coming from within, because now you're not putting value on yourself based on what other people are saying or other people's opinions of you, but instead that value, that worth is coming from within, which is where it's supposed to be coming from. So let's go ahead. For those of you that are interested, I'm just going to pull out one love card and see what the energy is when it comes to love. I just need one card, Spirit. We have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, and hesitation. A lot of you, maybe this energy of like self-sabotaging comes because maybe you haven't had a committed relationship. Maybe you have had a lot of relationships that have not lasted. Maybe you have been in relationships and connections, whether in love or platonic, that people just use your people. You almost kind of feel like discarded, and that may come from a sense where you're putting all of your value and your worth based on who it is that you're in a relationship with, or who it is, those that you are in connections with, that may be platonic. And maybe this Cupid's arrow has to do more with finding that inner love and actually start giving yourself that inner love. So let's go ahead and let's pull out 3 tarot just to see if there's anything else that you guys need to be aware of. So we have the High Priestess in the reverse. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. And then we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse. So again, a lot of you are just hesitant. You're having a lot of hesitation. Again, because you've been in this pattern for too long. And whenever we're changing something, whenever we're going in a different direction, it can be scary at first. You start to question whether something is going to work. You start to question how many challenges you're going to face within that space or whatever it is. And you need to stop that. That dialogue that you're playing with yourself is very, very destructive. And it's really not allowing you to take any step forward towards making any changes that are necessary at this moment. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card to close out your reading. So we have the number 1, beyond death, life. So there is a part of you that needs to die off. And to be honest with you, that part of you that needs to die off is that self-destructive energy. And when you allow yourself that space to make those changes, then you're going to start living. You're going to start experiencing life as you're meant to. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you for this week. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.